Hey, good morning, Flower. It is Mr. Walker with your morning announcements for Monday, September 20th, 2021. Let's go ahead and begin those announcements by standing for our Pledge of Allegiance. We are standing, our right hands over our hearts, and we are ready to begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may go ahead and be seated. And as you are seated and on level 0, Mr. Walker has a few announcements for us this morning. There's a lot of things, as always, happening on campus, and this is where you find out, this is where you are kept in the loop. We want to start things out with Student Council. Student Council, in just a few moments, you are going to watch a couple videos from our Student Council representatives. Our Student Council representatives are beginning board elections, and what that means is they are beginning to elect people who are going to be in charge of Student Council and making different things happen around campus for you, the student body. It's going to be really important for you to watch these videos and to watch closely and listen very carefully to what the candidates have to say. Our candidates have a lot of important things to say, and we need for you all to hear them out. Again, as Mr. Walker said last week, we do not want to simply listen to these videos and listen to what our candidates have to say and make our judgment or make our vote based off of who we like or who seems to be popular, who seems to be wearing the latest trends. We don't want to base our vote off of that. We want to hear what our candidates have to say. And again, as Mr. Walker said last week, this voting in our student council elections is preparing us for a life after AMS Flower, a life in which you are going to be a responsible citizen. You are going to be a responsible citizen who is responsible for casting your vote for an elected official in a government office. So please keep that in mind, that this is much bigger than AMS. This is much bigger than student council. This is preparing you for a life of democracy after your time here. We want to also shift our focus this week. Our girls basketball team concludes their season, their regular season, that is, this week. We have 2 games this week. Please be there. Announcements are going to be sent out shortly on when those are and who they're against, but I believe the next game is tomorrow after school, and it is an away game. So again, we want to support our Turtles by going over to that other school. And again, please check Dojo for the latest updates for you to find out exactly who, where, when, and what. We want to also shift our focus to Picture Day Retake Day. Picture Day Retake Day is next week on Tuesday, September 28th. Picture Day Retake Day is for those of you who have yet to take a picture, or those of you who took their picture, didn't necessarily like their picture, their parents spent money on pictures, but you want to have another go around. So please keep that in mind, Tuesday, September 28th. On Wednesday, September 29th, we are going to be celebrating the end of our first quarter of school. It has already been 1 quarter, and we're going to be celebrating those of you with those honor roll grades, those merit roll grades, and perfect attendance. Also, around the corner, we have our Phoenix Suns basketball game. That's going to be in the month of December, but we are going to begin our attendance challenge for that game starting in October. So October is not too far away from right now. We're going to be starting up our attendance challenge for you to be able to attend the Phoenix Suns game that is going to be on December 6, 2021 against the San Antonio Spurs. We cannot wait to give you more information, but please stay tuned. All right, Mr. Walker wants to end today's morning announcements with a focus on Hispanic Heritage Month. This is something that Mr. Walker wanted to mention last week. However, I was mistaken with some dates. Hispanic Heritage Month runs from September 15th all the way until October 15th. It's not one of those things where it starts at the beginning of the month. And so Mr. Walker apologizes for being a little behind on this. But Mr. Walker shared last year with our staff and our students when we began Hispanic Heritage Month last year, we wanted to take a step back and understand what it means to have your ethnicity and your cultural heritage as your background. What does that mean? What does that identity marker mean to you? If you are someone sitting in class right now and you identify as Hispanic Latino, what does that mean? If you are sitting in class right now and you are someone who identifies as African American, what does that mean? Caucasian American, Asian American, Pacific Islander American, what does that mean? What does that mean to you? And if you are sitting there scratching your head going, I don't know, that's okay. That's a good place to start. We are going to help you out though. So please make sure that you ask a teacher, ask your parents, ask anyone, what does it mean to be me? What does it mean to be a African-American student? What does it mean to be a Latino, Hispanic American student? And I want you to really ask that question and reflect. I want you to think about that response and what it could mean. And I also left out a significant portion of our population. What does it mean to be biracial? Meaning that you have you have two or more races that are in your background. So please keep this in mind as we celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. We're going to be highlighting famous people throughout our history who come from Hispanic Latino descent. We're going to be doing some trivia from time to time. We're going to be doing a few challenges here and there, but we really want to take some time to celebrate and honor this month. Please go ahead and reflect on that question I asked a few moments ago. And as we conclude today's announcements, always remember, let's make it a great day. The choice is always yours. Bye-bye.